Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Highly Talkative, where we get high in conversation and discuss many topics from personal to community to anything that's going on in the world. So sit back, get cozy, and let me talk to you. Let's go. All right, so as you guys know, it's your girl A Millie. I'm here with my girl Yami.
Hi, I'm Yami, you guys.
Shout yourself out with your Instagram. You know, you want them to know any of that.
My Instagram is _just_Yamilex. That's YAMILEX_.
Okay, period. And today is April 27th, 2026. So we're going to just kind of dive right into it. So I have these topics that I want to discuss. Y'all know me, have the ADHD, so we might, jump from here to there. If you hear any baby coos in the background, that's because my baby is still up. So I guess you could say she's a part of this too. The topics of discussion for today are pumping, work-life balance, mental health and wellness check-in, my son's birthday, stay-at-home moms, and needing a break. My dogs have been running away all fucking week. Okay, we'll get there when we get there. Who you were before you became everything to everyone. Simple terms like who you were before you became a parent, who you were before you became a boss, who you were before people like really actually needed you. And then you're not unmotivated, you're overstimulated. Okay, so we're going to dive right in, but I'm going to be a little off topic because me and Yami were talking about something before before we started recording, and I need answers, okay? Answers are needed. And the question is, for those of you who are listening who are underage, don't mind this question. It's not for you. Skip a little past this because you just don't need it, okay? But for the grown folks, the seasoned ones, okay? What is considered having a train ran on you, right? So some people be like, I ran a train on that girl, and it's like two dudes and a girl, and in my head, that's on a train. It's a threesome. Or you could say you were a part of an orgy, but that's not also a train. It's an orgy. So what would be considered having a train ran on you? I know, well, I don't even know. Like, is it not to your consent? But then in my head, that's rape.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What is the number allotted to be considered someone having a train ran on them? 4 more. But then I think about pornos. Are they having a train ran on them? Because technically they wanted that, so you can't say you're running a train on me if that's what I wanted.
But if it's not a threesome, if it's more than 3.
I don't know. See, and maybe I'm just thinking too far into it.
Or maybe it's the scenarios, the situations.
Maybe.
So, like, for example, pornos, you don't really consider it a train. Or an agreed threesome, it's not a train either.
Yeah, but it would have to be agreed because in my head, then it's rape.
Well, no, what I mean is, like, so at a house party, there's multiple dudes trying to get with that one girl, and that one girl's, like, down for it. And it's 4 or more.
It's crazy because you're describing a situation that I've actually seen in high school.
That's what I was thinking about because I know it happened a lot in high school. A lot of, like, you had the rumors, oh, that girl had a train ran on her at so-and-so's house party. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking about. Like, that's the first instance that comes to my mind when I think about trains.
But then I'm like, did they wanted that? So would it not just, I don't know.
Is a train more of a bad term?
I don't know. That's why I'm just like, what?
So many questions.
Like, what made somebody come up with saying, oh, yeah, we ran a train on her? Because
I think, to be fair, men, sorry, but
we're not sorry.
Guys tend to say it in more of a negative,
a derogatory way. Yeah. That's what I said.
And girls be like, oh, yeah, girl, me and, so-and-so and so-and-so, et cetera, we all got together. And she's more speaking about it uplifting because that's what she wanted. And guys are like, she's not good. Like,
yeah, she's a hoe. We just ran a train on her. But I'm like, in my head, technically, are you a hoe? It's iffy because that's a lot of wee-wee in my head. Like, that's just a lot of wee-wee going on.
You can't even be a smart hoe and get tested and be like, well, I don't know who I got it from.
That part. But then I'm just like, yeah, if it's not consented, then it's rape. in my head.
Completely agree.
If she was drunk and consented, that's a whole
different situation.
But also still in my head, like
rape.
Kind of.
Because she won't remember in the morning.
You feel me? Unless she remembers and just be like, I was so drunk last night. I can't believe I did that.
My morals.
Okay. I mean, do you really have morals? Because, a drunk mind speaks a sober truth. Look. So, I need answers, guys. Yeah. Answers. I need answers. And send those answers to highlytalkative@gmail.com because, again, what is really considered a train?
We need everybody's opinions.
Yeah, men, please tap in. I know y'all are listening, okay? I won't tell people that you're listening to my podcast, but I know you're listening. I need answers. And females too, like for sure. I need answers because, like I said, if it's consented, then you can't, but you can't walk around like trying to be derogatory towards me like, oh, I just ran a train on her because that's something that I wanted to do. Some people like two in the paint and one in the stink, which is terrible. But again, like I said, scenarios like pornos.
Different scenarios.
You can't say you ran a train on that. What are porno ladies called? Is there?
Are they? Can they be considered actresses?
No, because they're not acting. Well, I would hope not. Okay, yeah.
Can you
I've seen a few videos where I'm just like, all right, girl, tone it down.
Because it's
just like, a lot, because that don't even look like that. Yeah. Yeah. So, answers. Okay.
Emails.
Send it to the email highlytalkative@gmail.com. Okay, and we're gonna leave that there, and we're gonna get back on topic. Okay. So I've been pumping, right, and it's been going a lot better than it was before, because before I just wasn't pumping at all. I just like use one little haka and let it catch like the little silicone thing. It's in my dishwasher, but like the dish rag, but it's a little silicone thing, and like she'll be feeding off one side, and you just squeeze it and put the suction on your boob, and then let it go, and it like catches the letdown. But
goes to show.
Yeah, I've been pumping a lot more because I'm just like, damn, like in the event that she, like when she gets older, and in the event that I want to go somewhere, I'm not going to have like any storage. And in my head, it was cool that I wasn't pumping because I was like, I work from home. I'm always at home. Like,
and then you're going to have to come up with that scheduling once you start working.
Yeah, well, I have the hand-free ones, so I can literally stick them in my boobs and you'll never know that they're there. Unless you're listening really hard or really looking at my tits, then...
Do you work in office or you're still from home?
I work from home.
Okay, then yeah, you're good.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in my head, I didn't need to, but then I was like, I can't wait to start going to the gym again. And I was like, oh fuck, I need to start pumping because if I want to go to the gym,
you want to make sure you're free for that time.
Literally,
period.
And I don't want to have to stop and then come home and feed her. It was just a lot. So I've been a lot better at pumping. And then with pumping, it's really hard. Well, not even just with pumping, but breastfeeding in general, because I exclusively breastfeed. She took the bottle like once, and that's because we went to my son's school, and I just wanted to be kind of mindful of all the middle school boys I would be around and breastfeeding her, and I just like it, so I just wanted to be mindful of that, because don't get me wrong, the parents can tell you like I'll whip my titty out, feed my baby anyway.
And I agree.
Like I'm not covering her up. I'm not going to the bathroom. Like I'm not doing that. Like even when I took my son out to eat for his birthday with a few of his friends, we were at the dinner table and I just like started feeding her, but they weren't paying attention to me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if you don't make it a big deal, it won't be a big deal.
I agree.
But in middle school, boys will be boys. Now I see your mom's titty.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to kind of steer away from that. But that was like the only time she's really taken a bottle. Because other than that, like I said, I exclusively breastfeed.
So my son, Mika, he was in the NICU for like 3 weeks. I only pumped for those 3 weeks. I never let him latch. I was a little scared that I would like suffocate him because I have big titties. Boobs. Yeah.
I'm a part of the itty bitty titty committee, y'all. I'm barely in like a size. I'm in a C because of my like the the width or
Yeah.
what do you call it? Like when you measure my titties,
The cup.
but my cups are literally a B. But because of how I'm measured going around,
Do you
I'm
have
like a
space
C.
at the top?
A little bit, but it's nothing too crazy. And one of my boobs are bigger than the other.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
It's if you go like put your two hands together in a fist, it tells you which side's bigger. But with my son, I only pumped for those 3 weeks, and I never got strict with myself to get on a schedule. And now that I've already surpassed my son's 8 now, I kind of regret not doing it. I wish I could have breastfed him longer or pumped longer enough, for him to have gotten onto that. But I went to formula, and then NICU gave him formula when I wasn't there at night because I couldn't stay in the hospital. I had to stay like around the corner from the hospital. But I do wish that's something I could have done longer.
And thankfully, I mean, she was only in the NICU for, let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. She was only in there for 4 days, but they had donor milk. So good. She was able to take like some form of breast milk because I didn't want her to have formula. But like with my Otis, I only breastfed him for about 8 weeks, only because I didn't know like the laws like that in Texas. And nobody really took, like my job didn't tell them to me either. So I would be at work like 8-10 hours because I was a server, and I would just be so engorged. And by the time I would get home, they were too hard for him to feed off of. Yeah. And it was hurting too much to pump. I know. So I would be in the shower just like losing milk. So I was just I fucking quit. But then I learned the laws and how they have to give you downtime to pump and stuff like that. So with my youngest son, I breastfed him until he was almost 2. I think I stopped at like 18, 19 months. And that was only because I got into a relationship and like a big dummy. He was just like, those are mine. And I was just like,
so weird. Why did they say that?
But like, he didn't have an issue with me breastfeeding, but TMI, he went to suck on my titties. I mean, whatever. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, he's about to be 2 anyways, and 2 is like the cutoff for me, but not really. If I can go to like 2.5, maybe 3-ish, we'll see. But like with her, I want to go past 18 months. Like, I really want to hit like 2 years old, maybe a little after 2.
I hear it's good. The longer you breastfeed, it's better for them. More nutrients, the health benefits. It's so much better. So honestly, do it as long as you want.
Right, but I'm also not trying to be like Ice-T's wife or the girl off of Grown Ups, where I'm breastfeeding until she's like 7.
Okay, no, there's limits, obviously.
I'm not trying to do
3.5, that's not bad.
Literally. I think like 4 years old, 5, you're about to be in pre-K, and you need to be off my fucking titty.
Because they can't be in the pre-K classroom talking about,
Chi-Chi,
I want milk,
Chi-Chi, because
doing the little sign language for
literally.
milk.
But all that to say, I don't know how many ounces she eats.
Oh, you don't?
I have no fucking clue. I could not tell you. So it's like, if I make a bottle, I don't know if it's too much. I don't know if it's not enough. And, with breast milk, it can only stay out for an hour. Like, you can't, once it's unthawed, you can't refrigerate it. You can't, like, not reuse it. But I think, like, literally after an hour,
it's not good.
It's like, tainted. Like, you can't feed it to your baby. Like, I can always pour it back into, like, a breast milk bag and label it for, like, bath time or something. But other than that, like, she can't consume it. So, look, y'all hear her making her entrance. But, like, I literally have no clue how many ounces she eats.
When you do the pumping, do the bags at, like, 2 ounces. I don't know. Honestly, it's been 8 years for me, so I don't know at what age they're drinking how many ounces, however old she is.
Me either. I literally GPT'd it today. How much does an average 6-week-old eat? And they're, like, anywhere from, I think it said 3 to 5 ounces, which kind of, I don't know.
Do the bags. Do them at 3 ounces. Start it at 3 ounces. And if that's something you want to go into, like start like putting your breast milk in the bottles, start it at 3 ounces. And if she finishes 3 ounces, at least she drinks that much. So you can separate your bags into 3 ounces. Yeah. Now, obviously, if she wants more, you might have to add 4 or 5 ounces.
But yeah, so I was thinking of something like that too. I was like, I can separate them into like 3-ounce bags, and then But sometimes I don't even pump like 3 ounces. And that's only because like I'll literally pump either right before I feed her or right after I feed her. Now, if I pump right before I feed her, more than likely it's because she overslept through a nap or overslept at night. And depending on which boob she ate off of last, that's the one that like produced the most when I pump. So I think like the most I've pumped off of one boob without her feeding was about like 4 or 5 ounces. And that's on a regular between either one. Like if I don't feed her off the right one and then I pump, I'm pumping about 4 or 5. Same thing with the left one. If I don't pump, like if she doesn't eat and I pump, it's about 4 or 5. So I'm like, I wonder if that's like what she's eating right now, because your body produces what your baby needs. Intake. But yeah, so that's an experiment that we're gonna have to encounter, because I have no clue how many ounces she eats.
So curiosity, if you don't know how many ounces she eats, how do you know when she's completely like done eating?
Off of me? She'll unlatch. Like I'll feed her. Usually my main goal is to literally feed her for like 15 minutes, because I've read somewhere like babies feed anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. Like that's usually their time between when they're full. But especially because I feed on demand. So whenever she's like giving me the hungry cues, or like even if she wants to like snack, I'll just put her on. But I can tell like when she's hungry, because she'll do like the long suctions instead of like the short quick ones. But she'll unlatch. Like she'll either like fall asleep and then like her head will like doze off, and she'll gradually let herself go off of the boob, or she won't fall asleep and she'll be done. So she'll literally just like snatch her head back, like, all right, that's it, I'm done. So that's usually how I know like she's full.
And that goes to say, like, I'm curious because I never latched Mikai, because again I was scared he was going to suffocate. So I never know like what to pay attention to. So that's why I'm curious. I'm like, how do you know? Like, because I would do the bottle even with pumping. I would pour my milk into a little bottle, the little tiny slim ones.
I have those still.
Yeah, and he would drink out of that. Well, he wouldn't drink. He wasn't able to drink, but they would like tube feed him from that, and they would tell me like, oh, he needs this much.
Yeah, and then like I said, I have like no actual timing, or like I don't have a set schedule when it comes to pumping. So it's like either she oversleeps in a nap, so I'll just like pump, because I'm not about to wake her up to eat. Like if she's hungry, she'll eat. That's just how I feel. But I know like some parents who will feed their kids like every 2 to 3 hours, like the doctor say. Not me. Like you're at your own will.
She knows when she's hungry.
Literally.
She knows what to do.
So it's like I don't know not even how to get on schedule, because like when I go back to work, of course, like I'm gonna have to have some type of schedule, especially like when I have meetings and stuff like that. But I'm just like, I'll pump whenever. Like even after she eats, I'll put my pumps on and I'll pump like right after. Or sometimes she'll latch to one side and I'll be pumping on the other, and I'll still like switch out if she doesn't seem like she's full, but it's like she took the max amount of milk from one side, which I don't think that's even a thing. Well, it could be.
I think it is, because you only produce
a certain
what they
amount. Yeah.
want for that specific amount. Like I've seen some moms breastfeed off one boob and then switch to the other one, and what their breast produced in that moment is what's enough to feed their child.
Yeah, and that's usually sometimes how I do it too. But sometimes like it's majority of the time it's my right boob. Like she can eat off of the right boob for about 15 minutes and she'll be good. Like that's it. And then I'll have to pump the left one. And then sometimes she herself want to alternate between both. Like she'll suck the right one, but then like 7 minutes in, she'll pop her head off, but she doesn't want the right boob anymore. Like I'll try to latch her and she's like, nope, 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 nope. And then I'll switch her to the other side and she latches like with no problem. So I'm like, all right, girl, I'm at your discretion. Like as long as you eat and you're full, I'm cool. So yeah, pumping has been...
It has its roller coasters for sure.
A roller coaster is definitely the right word I'm looking for. But nonetheless, like it's been really good. I can't complain. Like, my girl is thriving at 6 weeks. Like, she loves the chi-chi.
So cute. Y'all, if y'all could see her, she's adorable.
Thanks.
I'm obsessed.
She's so cute. This is my little gorgeous girl. I said I was going to start calling her Gigi because I call her my little gorgeous girl all the time. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. We've kind of been like sticking with L. Mm-hmm. I kind of like that. But yeah. So that's the pumping life right there. Okay. So now we're going to go into the next topic, which is my work-life balance and why it's important to me. It's important because, you know, there's those jobs where it's like you don't have a life outside of work. And it's like work. And even if you aren't salaried, they still ask you questions on your day off or on the weekends. And it's like, unless I can clock in and you're about to pay me for this, I'm not answering shit for you. Mm-hmm. Like,
these companies really expect you to like devote your entire life to them. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
At all.
And then I also seen a post on Facebook where it was like, if your child really needed you, but your job won't allow you to leave, what are you doing? I'm leaving. The fuck you mean? Like,
I'm a mother first before
literally you gonna have to fire me, write me up or something. But if your child needed you, boss man, what are you gonna do? You're leaving.
You're at home on the holidays. We gotta work on anyway.
Literally. So what makes you think that I'm not gonna do the same? But there are literally jobs out there that are like that. Like, yeah, I know you're supposed to get off at 4, but the next person doesn't come. The next person is running late, and you're just gonna have to stay here. And I'm not staying here.
To be fair, I've always been the type of employee, if someone calls out in the evening, I'm more than willing to do open to close, and I have done it. I am that employee that's extremely flexible with my schedule when it comes to that, with the help of my mom. You know, shout out to her. His dad too. But it's different when you're more willing than you are being told. Like, oh, you're going to have to stay until this time. No, I'm not. This is what my schedule says. This is what I'm being paid for. And I'm not.
And unless you're about to pay me overtime, I'm not doing that shit. But yeah, so it's like, I'm a mom first, a bad bitch immediately afterwards, and then an employee. Like, let's not get it twisted. But again, like, that's why it's just important to me to work for the right type of companies that understand that. Like, yeah, we have work, but work is fun. Work is work hours. Mm-hmm. And even if something does come about, as long as work is done, or I know that work is going to get done, once you finish, like, you know, the momming or whatever, then I don't have an issue with it. Yeah. But it's literally those jobs where it's just like work first that I always have an issue with.
During COVID, I used to work for this company. I'm not going to say their name.
Yeah, please don't.
I worked for this company, and during that time, my son ended up getting COVID twice, back to back. And for whatever reason, him getting COVID triggered his asthma. And when I tell you, we were in the hospital emergency room every other weekend and being admitted because of his asthma. And it went to the point where my job was threatening to fire me. I had to apply for FMLA, and that was the only thing that was protecting me from losing my job. And I'm just like, I'm not going to not miss work when I'm being told that my child's going to be intubated because he can't breathe. Like, my child is definitely going to come first.
No, I feel that. I ran into something like that too. Like, so in my head, it's like, basically what you're telling me is fuck my child and his health, and I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, but if it's your child,
or if it was you, then it would be a different story. Like, you'd want to make sure you're good and all this other stuff. So why does my kid not get that same accommodation?
Yeah.
Like I said, my kid's health or anything in regards to my kid, unless like I know for a fact it's nothing. Like, say for instance, if I'm working and my son calls me and he's like, oh, Mom, I have a headache. Can you please come pick me up? But you didn't mention nothing about, like, not having a headache before. And I know it's a day that you got a test or a class that you don't like. You stay in your ass in school.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
The nurse is calling me, telling me you got a fever.
And that's me. Did he eat lunch yet? No, not yet. All right, well, you know, tell him eat some lunch first. And if he's still sick, you know, then you can call me back. But other than that, stay your ass at home. But if you call him and he's like, yeah, he's complaining, He's complaining of a headache. I took his temperature. He's running a slight fever. What do you want me to do?
I feel like now, and this is probably going to open up a whole nother like topic, but I don't mean to go off course. Like if right now that I'm not working and Mika will be like, Mom, can I stay home? Boy, yeah, get in the bed. It's okay. We're both not waking up. Like, but it's not a lot. It's like, I think it's only happened once in the last, 3 weeks I haven't been working. April 10th. What date are we in? Oh, like 2 weeks?
Today's the 27th, so yeah.
And then I think I've checked him out of school early 3 times since I've been.
Girl, but that's me, and I work. I mean, and I work from home. Because I'm really big on kids need mental days too.
Oh yeah,
like
100%.
It may seem like they don't do a lot, but let's be for real. School is a lot sometimes. The teachers you encounter sometimes are a lot, especially if they're in like extracurricular activities, and it's like little adults.
Yeah.
So sometimes you need that mental day. So if you're like, Mom, I just want to stay home. Like, I'm mentally just drained. Can I please stay home today? Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm cool with that. I didn't want to take you to school anyways.
Get back in bed.
Or sometimes I have those days where I'm like, they're at school and I'm just like, you know what? I want to take me a mini nap. And I know I'm not going to wake up in time to pick them up. So I'm going to go pick you up early and we're going to go home and I'm about to take a nap.
Yeah.
Now, my oldest, he can walk home after school. Cool. Whatever. He's right up the street.
Okay.
But I'm like, you can walk home from school. I don't mind that. But my youngest, you cannot. So if I know it's about like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I want to take a nice little nap, I'm about to come pick you up, and we're going to go home. I don't care if you get on your game, but I'm going to sleep. Okay? I'm going to sleep. And I'll text my oldest, and I'll just be like, hey, you're going to have to walk home today. Like, I'm not finna come pick you up because I'm taking a nap. Majority of the time, he's cool with that because he wants to walk home anyways. But
I know me and my son I checked him out early, and we ended up accidentally falling asleep for like 3 hours.
And I love those. I love me a good nap that turns into a full-blown sleep.
Yes,
do you hear me? Those are the absolute best. Like, damn, I fell asleep at 5 and it's 9 o'clock. Damn, I done missed dinner. I done missed my favorite show.
Naps
everything.
Don't even be 30 minutes no more.
I don't even aspire to take a 30-minute nap.
Don't people be fine after a 30-minute nap?
Don't dangle no 30-minute nap over my head.
Yeah, leave me alone.
It's gonna piss me off. I don't even look at the clock and be like, okay, so it's 1:30. I have about 30 minutes to take a quick nap. No. Nope. If I don't have at least an hour and a half minimum to take a nap, I'm not in it. I don't put me down. Don't sign me up because it's just gonna piss me off. Like, I love a good nap that turns into a sleep.
I feel like we just drifted off into nap subject.
I mean, like we did, but it kind of nope, it did not. Nope, it didn't factor into any of the topics. That only
goes to show how much naps are so important to us. Like,
but I mean, it kind of goes into the next topic, which was mental health and the wellness check-in, because naps are a big part of my mental health. Like, if I'm tired and I cannot catch a nap, you can just cancel the whole day. I don't want to cook dinner. I don't want to do shit. I'm actually mad, to be honest with you, because I feel like a toddler. I'm sleepy and I can't go to sleep. So I understand why temper tantrums are had.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yes.
Literally.
When they're crying and it's like, okay, you're tired, just lay down. I need a nap. I used to nap every day on the weekends. Now, not so much, but again, with me not working, I'm still doing a lot around the house and I need my nap.
Yeah.
Just to reset.
Literally.
Especially when my son gets off school at 3 and I have to like reset because that boy is nonstop.
Girl, you don't have to tell me. Like, my oldest, he's set on 2 sports. My youngest is like, I'm gonna go all-star in something. Mm-hmm. He don't give a fuck if it's soccer, baseball, basketball, football, track. He gonna find him something to get into.
Oh yeah. And with it, this year's the first year I think we've done 2 sports back to back. Like, we finished in football season. We went to 7-on-7 and soccer. Soccer ended, still doing 7-on-7, and then we went to baseball. When I tell you I'm extremely exhausted and I'm like, I just want to come straight home and relax. But it's like, obviously we're doing it for the benefit of them so they can find their knack and be successful at it. But definitely naps help with being able to do all of that.
And then not only that, but you got to factor into making dinner.
Oh, yes.
Because during football season, I'm like, look, dinner is at either one or two times. We can eat dinner at 4:30 or we can eat dinner at 9:30. Which one? You choose.
And even if I feed my son at 4:00,
he's still hungry right afterwards.
Wants something to eat after.
Yeah, because they just burnt off everything we just ate. Football practice is 2 hours if you got the right coach.
Yeah.
Don't let you have the wrong coach, because then practice is 2.5, almost 3 hours. They kicking us off the field because the lights done went off and everybody is gone. Why is y'all still here?
That one year we had football together and coach wanted to stay like 2.5 hours, pushing 3. I was like, okay, it's supposed to be 8:00. Let's go.
Like that was even us, like our 9U and not 9U, our 8U and our 7U year. Like, don't get me wrong, the coach we had, he's a really good coach. But with that being said, he don't give a fuck about time. Like, unless like he actually had something to do, especially because he lived so far away. Mm-hmm. Like, he didn't. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to get these plays now. Hold on, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. You said that 45 more minutes ago, sir. I'm hungry. At this point, you gonna have to bring him home. So what you gonna do?
They still gotta shower, eat dinner, and go to bed.
But yeah, so it really just depends on just everything. So,
and then like when you're actually like working full time, because I remember when I was working, having to be at work at 7:30, getting off at 4:30, coming home, getting my son's bag together for practice at 5:30 all the way to 7:30, and then getting home, bathing, getting dinner together, and it's like it's mentally exhausting.
Very much so. And again, that's where I said like that mental health and wellness check-in clocks in, because it's like, yeah, I work from home, but while I'm at home, yes, I'm working, but like on my breaks, I'm actually doing stuff around the house.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm taking a break, but I'm not really taking a break.
And still trying to maintain the household.
Anyways, but that all like factors into, like I said, the mental and wellness check-in, because like, please be so for real.
I feel like the best feeling after everything is after you've showered and you get in the bed and you just feel your body become one with your bed, and it just feels so nice.
Yeah, and then also like how accomplished you feel after you realize how much you did within that day. Honestly, because like I said, working from home is great, but then I don't realize how much I do until it's all done, and I'm like, damn, I really just sat here. My therapist actually helps me see that too. Like, oh yeah, girl, you actually you did a lot today. You should be proud of yourself, because sometimes I don't feel like I do enough. And then I look at that schedule and I'm like, oh yeah, girl, you did a lot. You should really be proud of yourself.
Like, we don't feel like we do enough for our child or our children.
Now, I want to do like a mental health and wellness check-in, right? I know I mentioned that a few times, but one of my biggest things is lately I have not been feeling my best physically. Not like, in a bad way, but not in a good way. Because, I used to work out a lot. So I'm used to like being in the gym and not going to the gym these last damn near, I feel like 10 weeks. So that in my head, that's a long fucking time. I can see all my gains losing, like leaving. And then of course, like coming down from having a baby. It's just like, I'm not liking what I see in the mirror, but also like I can, but I can't do much about it because I had a C-section. So there's like limited lifting and stuff oh yeah. I had a C-section, so it's like limited lifting and stuff like that I can do. So I'm literally just like at a standstill. Like, what do I do?
Have you, like, the doctor said like you're good to go back whenever?
I have my 6-week checkup on the 30th, so that's when they'll let me know. But when I had my 2-week check-in, I mean, she told me everything looked good, but she told me like I shouldn't even be lifting her car seat. Basically, and my ass don't listen. It's just me. If I gotta go somewhere, I'm gonna have to be the one.
Yeah.
So I was just like really frugal with that, but yeah. So I just be looking in the mirror and I'm just like, ugh. all right, girl, we're gonna have to do something about this. But then here my ass is drinking Route 44 Dr. Peppers like it's fucking water, and in the bed eating late night snacks and then going to sleep, just doing the absolute most for somebody who's not fucking working out. But yeah, but then I'm also like, I should give myself more grace.
You should.
Because again, like I'm just turning 6 week postpartum. Like, it is what it is. We go through these life changes, and I can still fit my pre-pregnancy clothing, but I don't know. It's like the same, but it's not the same. And then, like I said, developing these bad habits of eating late at night and consuming soda the way, especially dark soda. Okay,
I shouldn't have been cursed. I should have told you no.
Girl, hell no, because I wanted that Dr. Pepper. Okay, if you would have told me no, I would have DoorDashed me a $16 Dr. Pepper, because that's how bad I wanted it. And it's so crazy because I didn't have any cravings like that when I was pregnant, but now, like lately, it's like, give me that Dr. Pepper. I want the Dr. Pepper. I want it.
Oh man,
real bad.
Obsession with Dr. Pepper. It's not even funny. Like, I get it, but yeah, definitely give yourself some grace. You're only 6 weeks after. Like, you're not gonna be able to go head on right after. Yeah, give it time. Once you figure out your scheduling with the pumping and the schedule for her,
girl, my ass will take these pumps to the gym.
Well, you can do that, definitely, but I know you mentioned that you don't want to put her in the gym daycare, so once you figure all that out and you get your scheduling done, you'll get back to it.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I think I mentioned this in my last episode or the episode before last, but I even came up with like this little workout routine that I can do with having a C-section and not having like weights and stuff. But even with that, I haven't even done it. And I used to be like so disciplined. So I'm like, I wonder what's stopping me from following that routine. Like when she sleeps. I was going to say she sleeps good through the night. So it's literally like, I know I can put her down at a certain time and she won't like her last wake up. Like she'll usually go to sleep around like 8:39, and then she'll wake up around like 10. And then she'll be up from like 10 until you see how she is, 10 until like 12. But then she'll have a long stretch between like 12 and maybe 4 or 5. And then after that, she's like knocked out, like sleep until like 8, maybe 10.
Oh, that's a good sleep.
But I have to factor in the fact that I have to take the boys to school too. So I'm just where do I really, and don't get me wrong, I even talked about like my time management. Like if I know when she's down for a good ass nap, and she'll usually take like, that's the vacuum, and she'll usually take like a really good ass nap. And in those times, like I could work out, but I'm like, there's so much other shit around the house that also needs to be done. I don't know which one to choose. And I usually always choose the house.
I was going to say, to be fair, your house always looks great whenever I'm here.
It's an OCD thing in me.
So you're choosing like your OCD responses over your gym moment.
Literally. And it's like, I know my house is clean, but I always find something about my house where I'm just like, okay, let me go fold this laundry, or let me go do this, or I don't know. Like the working out be the last thing on the list when it used to be the first thing on the list. So I'm just like, girlfriend, where do we find the change? Like, where do we find the in between or the motivation to get back to what it was, especially if I'm complaining about not liking what I see?
Yeah.
Well,
like I said, once you get the scheduling done and everything done, I know you're going to get back to it. You were literally like a little gym rat, so.
Literally. And I still love the gym, but I'm just like, not taking my baby to the daycare gym. I'm not doing that, especially because they don't change diapers or anything there. So I'm like, if I'm in the middle of a good ass workout and she takes a shit, I'm literally gonna have to stop what I'm doing.
Germs from the other kids,
just disgusting.
Kids are
dirty,
germs, nasty,
dirty.
So I definitely agree with not having her there, because then she's gonna be getting sick. God forbid. So yeah.
And I mean, I'm all cool with getting sick because it helps build your immune system, but I don't know. Daycare sick is just like a different type of sick. Like, ew.
Them kids,
disgusted,
nasty.
What home did you come from? head ass.
No, literally.
Just sickening. Okay, so the next topic I want to talk about is my youngest's birthday. We didn't really do much. Like the past couple years, it's been like big birthdays. But this year we didn't really do much, especially because he had, what do they call it? The STAR testing on his birthday.
Oh, he's in 3rd grade, right?
Yeah. So he took cupcakes to his class on Monday. He was like, they sang him happy birthday. And I felt like such a terrible mom because we didn't sing happy birthday for him on his birthday. And we were supposed to stick candles and a cupcake to sing him a happy birthday and forgot about it. But he wasn't really too pressed about it either. But still, I was like, fucking mom fell.
Because it was something you're used to.
Literally. And it was so simple, girl. What the hell? So, like I say, he took cupcakes to his class that Monday. He's going to have an actual birthday party. It's supposed to be this week. Like I said, one of the football moms and her son share the same birthday as him. So we were just going to do like a little birthday party together, especially because her son, whose birthday it was, his younger brother and my son are like close friends. They call each other bros. But so it's basically like anybody that I was going to invite to his party was already going to be there. But I can't speak for her son. So we just, like I said, we decided to do a birthday party together. We're going to do it at the skating ring, I think. So I'm just waiting for her to give me like all the details. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to make a flyer so we can share it.
ChatGPT.
Literally. Mm-hmm. But I did allow him to have a sleepover. So he really enjoyed that. And then I took them to get some seafood. And girl, they are so funny. They made like a little, what they call like a YouTube video and posted it on TikTok. And one of his best friend's moms had sent the TikTok video to me. And I was just like, yeah, girl, I had a front row seat to that, just looking at them being goofy as hell. But even like with that small thing, he really loved it. But also on his birthday, we, as a family, it was me, him, my oldest son, his sister, and then my sister, my cousin, and my niece. We all went to Roadhouse and we ate. And again, fucking failed because I didn't have them sing happy birthday to him. Aww. Yeah, I'm just a failure.
But was that something he was even looking forward to or even thought about?
Like, there was other people's birthdays going on and he was just, I'm not going to say oblivious, but he wasn't like, Mom, can they sing me happy birthday? Yeah. Or, hey, nobody sang me happy birthday, but still.
So he was just enjoying the moment. It wasn't like, oh, Mom, you failed. You didn't do this for me. But I get it.
I guess, yeah. But also, I'm just trying to keep it simple. Like, yeah, you can have like extravagant birthdays, but it's also okay to like keep it simple and enjoy the moment and the memories and stuff. It's not always about the money. And I think that's kind of where I'm having to change with my kids a little bit because they're always used to me doing the most and like the gifts and the money and stuff. But I'm also trying to instill in them like it's not always about that.
The small moments are core memories too.
Literally. So it's like, I don't want y'all to think that I don't want to give y'all gifts because we definitely can do that. But also, like, don't always expect that.
Yeah.
Be okay with, like, the smaller side of things or, like, just the memories.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't always have to be so big. I don't have to go out and buy you a birthday cake and have it decorated. Like, we can make some brownies at home and we can stick candles in that.
And those core memories.
Literally. So that's just how his birthday went. Now that I'm thinking about it, last week was kind of freaking busy. Like, it wasn't busy, but it was busy a little bit. But yeah, my boy turned like a whole year older and I'm just like, slow.
What, 9?
Yeah, and I'm like, slow down, my boy, because next thing you know, you're going to be in double digits.
Oh my God,
what the fucking hell? Like, what the hell? And he was already, like, so independent. I love it. But, again, excuse me, sir.
They grow up so fast.
But, yeah. So, in my head, I'm like, I'm going to do better. But then I'm just also, like I said, enjoy the small things because it doesn't always have to be so big. Like, you never know. You might run into somebody who can't do the big things, but they're still coming from a really good place, and you just have to learn to accept that. Yeah. And if you don't want to accept that, fine, you don't have to, but it's okay to not always get extravagant ass birthdays.
And I'm like, the thing about your kids too, you don't think he would like dwell on the fact that you didn't do the most, because it sounds like you had a great.
Yeah, because he hasn't said anything about like him not liking his birthday, or he wished that the birthday would have been different. So
do you think it's more of an internal expectation that you had for yourself of doing, which is why it feels like a mom fail?
I think so. But yeah, I definitely think it's like more of a me thing. I think I set the bar for myself to the point where if I'm not doing what I was doing before, I feel like I failed, or like I'm not doing enough. But I think I have to instill the same thing that I'm trying to instill in them to myself as well.
I think that goes for the conversation we were having, I think, before we even started recording, when we were talking about expectations.
Oh, yeah. When I said,
for your third child, you don't really have expectations because you don't have something that you can really set yourself for failure.
Yeah, like when I don't expect things, it gives me less room to like feel a certain type of way about stuff.
Yeah.
So like, for instance, like the baby registry thing. When he was like, "Oh, sorry, I couldn't make it to the baby shower" or something. Yeah. It's like I'm not expecting, like, not to sound rude, but I'm not expecting you to come that way. If you didn't come, like, I'm not feeling a certain type of way. Like, if you make it, you make it. If you don't,
and to
you
be
don't.
fair, I still felt like crap about not being able to make it.
But yeah, I'm literally just like, if I don't put certain expectations on things, that gives me less room for failure, or less room for feeling upset or feeling any type of way. Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah, so kind of set yourself the same way when it comes to celebrating those small moments. Don't set such high expectations for what you're used to doing for the birthdays, and even just doing something small means the most.
Yeah, y'all, my daughter is really trying to make an entrance on this episode. Okay, she don't care. She said, "Put me in, coach." Okay. Next topic I kind of want to talk about is stay-at-home moms and needing a break. I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and somebody on there was being scrutinized because I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was basically to the extent of like, she's a parent like a certain amount of time or some shit like that, but she also like needs a break, which, I mean, I can 100% feel that. And it's not just moms, it's like single parents or just parents in like literally parents in general. Because it's like, we do so much. We work, we come home, we tend to the kids, we make sure the house is clean, go like laundry, it's literally a lot. Everything. So it's okay to need a break. But I also think that, and I've also seen like a lot of conversation where it's like people think that stay-at-home moms don't need breaks, or you're always at home, so how are you so tired?
Yeah.
But it's like, being a stay-at-home mom is just as tough as being an in-office person, or even working a remote job. Yeah. Like that, it takes just as much of a toll. Like, yeah, you go to work and you're dealing with files or employees or whatever, but I'm at home tending to these kids, making sure the dishes are cleaned while still tending to these kids. And let's not forget, these kids can be very needy at times. Yeah. And then it's laundry that needs to be done, and I still need to grocery shop and get dinner ready and get kids to sports and make sure they're picked up and taken to school. So it's like, when I say I need a break, even if I'm a stay-at-home mom, I need a fucking break.
Yeah.
And you should respect that. It shouldn't be, well, I've been at work for 8 hours and I come home and now you need a break, but you've been at home all day. Yeah, at home all day, making sure that you came home to a clean ass house and kids that are fed and bathed and washed and food that was on the table. So pick your battles wisely with me.
And it's like, I saw a TikTok video where a mom, two of them actually. So there was one where a mom was getting mad at the dad because he was like having a decompressed moment in the car after working all day, and she was at home doing everything. I was kind of like
on the fence about it.
Understanding both sides. And to be fair, after seeing everything that she was doing and saying to him, like, I can understand why he needed his decompression moment.
Mm-hmm.
But also understanding her perspective from being a stay-at-home mom and doing what she needed to do. He was like, I just need a minute. Like, leave me alone. And she wanted to get in the car with him. And I was like, in my head, I was like, no, he wants
literally
a
like he's
moment
telling
from
you because it's like, I don't want you to bring work home. Like, I don't want you to be mad at your boss and then bringing that shit to the house because I didn't do it to you.
Yeah.
So if you need to decompress in the car for 20 minutes, cool, decompress in the car. But understand that when you come into this house, you are no longer decompressing. You are in daddy mode. So if I'm asking you to help me with the kids or give somebody a bath, I don't want or need like a snapback because at the end of the day, I didn't do it. What I need is my partner to help me.
And right? Yes, wholeheartedly agree. And I understood both perspectives entirely because I know when I was working, there would be times where I needed a moment to decompress in the car. And depending on the situation, like, because my mom helps me out a lot. Dad does too, but mom mostly because she lives with me. So whenever I get off of work, and depending on the timing management, because he would have to go to practice right after, my mom would typically pick him up after school. And I'd be in the car and she's like, you're still in the car. And I'm like, I just needed a moment before I stepped in the house and then having to get the bag together. And yeah, I could do that the night before, but the night before I'm doing so many other things or we're getting home from practice. And it's like, I have a window where I can do it between the time I get off and the time he actually has to go to practice. But it's like, I needed a moment in my car to like scroll through TikTok or socials. Cause obviously when you're at work, you don't really get the opportunity to do that depending on your job. And it's like, my mom doesn't get it because, you know, our parents back in the day, they didn't have those moments. They don't know what that is.
It was literally just work.
Yes. And I think that kind of leads into the overstimulated topic that we're going to discuss later. But it's like, I need a moment to like reset. And in the moment, I can't take a nap. A nap won't there's not enough time. But a moment just to sit in silence and remember to like look at your socials and just have that moment. But then also understanding her perspective. Now that I'm not working, I'm at home cleaning, making sure there's no dishes in the sink, making sure the laundry's done, making sure you're always doing something every day. So it's like, get off of work. If to whomever the significant other may be, if we're both working 40 hours a week, we both need to come home, tend to the kids. We both are equal in this relationship, in this partnership. We both need to be equally involved. But obviously as a single parent, it's a little different. Everything kind of weighs on you with the help of your village. You know, some of us do have a good village and they help out where they can.
Shout out to the good villages.
Yes, because without those villages, y'all are the reasons why we get those little moments of breaks. But yeah, it's a lot more on a single parent.
Yeah. And then that also kind of falls into like, what does a break actually look like? Because like you said, for you, it's just sitting in the car and scrolling. And sometimes for me, it's like I can do everything, but my physical mental break is what means the most to me. So like the pampering or the grooming, like let me go get my eyebrows done. Yes. Let me go get my nails done. Let me go get my feet done. Let me go to the gym. Like those are my breaks. Like let me just really take care of myself. Because when I feel my best, like everybody gets the best results. So it's like, everybody's breaks looks differently. And I'm just like, you can't put what you feel off on anybody else. Like you may be able to run on 2 hours of sleep and still get everything done.
And 3 Lonnie's.
I can't do no damn energy
I don't
drink.
do 3, but I'll do 1 sometimes every once in a while. But sometimes I feel like I don't even do anything. It's just the flavor, the little sweetness to it. But yeah.
You're really just trying to be on this podcast, ain't you? Like, that's just what a break is to me. Like, let me take care of me. Because once I'm taken care of, everybody's good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just got my feet done, and I feel like I can run 6 miles around this house and do whatever need to be done. But when I'm like, I need a break, but I can't find a way to get a break, but that's when my mental be like, okay, see, like this would be so much easier if I had XYZ or you know, But then I also just don't want my kids to suffer because of the life choices and decisions I've made, which, factor into like my mental. So it's really like I just have to take a step back and just breathe and understand everything happens for a reason. And we will overcome this, but let me go get my nails done.
Yeah.
But like luckily, and I keep saying nails, but that's just like the only thing that I have as an example. But luckily my nail tech, like, how do these
always
look?
Does an amazing job.
How long does it look like I've had these nails?
I want to say a week.
A week. I've had them since the 3rd of April.
Oh my God.
She shout out Retention. To Tisha, baby, because nails, like, the way she eats down on these nails makes no sense, and her nail art is just amazing. Like you said, it looks like I've had them done for about a week, but they've been done.
And the nail art, you're not, I don't even know how to put it in words.
I'm not over exaggerating. She eats down on the nail art and she freehands it. Like, I'll show her what I want and it's literally just that.
I know, like, when I was at the company that I was, whenever I would get my nails done, my nail appointments, which my nail tech is my best friend, so shout out to her and her little business, always polished, always has double L polished. Whenever I do go, we're there for hours. I kid you not. I will go at 8:00 and I probably won't leave until midnight because we're chit-chatting. And it gets to the point where she'll threaten me. She's like, I'm going to ban you. You can't ban me. Put your headphones in. Stop talking to me. I'm talking because of you.
No, but same. Like, I try to schedule as early as possible with my nail tech because I know, like, sometimes I'll be asking for some extra ass shit, and then sometimes we just be in there chilling, and she has a kid too. So, like, I'm very understanding. So, like, sometimes she'll have to take breaks because she has to feed him or has to change him or something like that. So I'm like, what's the earliest you can take me? 8:00? I'm there, and I'll be there from like 8 until like 11. But I'm also like, I want to give myself or both of us that time to not have to rush and still have time to like go home and take a nap if I want to, or start dinner prep and then still have enough time to pick my youngest up from school and not have to rush because you
can't rush perfection,
girl. So I'm just like, what's the earliest you could take me? Because honey, please do my nails. Honey, do my nails.
And see, I'm so opposite. I'm like, what time is your last appointment of the day? Because I need to be right after. And sometimes I do feel bad because she does work full time for a company, and then she does nail tech for a side job. And I know if I typically always schedule on the weekend, either Friday or Saturday, because like I said, I'll be there until 12:00. Sometimes she'll take a nap because I'll do my nail prep and application and she does the polishing portion of it. But I'm like, I need to be your last appointment of the day.
Yeah, and see, I don't think my nail tech works like that, only because she has 2 kids herself, and one's a toddler. Her oldest is in middle school, but he also plays like AAU ball, so he's on like a travel team. So it's like, she has a lot going on as well. Yeah. So I'm just like, the earlier you can get me in, the better, because we both got shit to do.
Oh, agreed.
We both got school pickup. We both got sports that we need to get to. We both still got to cook dinner. Like, what time you can get me in? If you can put me in at 6, baby, I'm there. And yes, I mean 6 a.m. That's never happened. But I'm just like, if you want me there at 6 o'clock, I'll be there. Amen. And I'll bring the tacos for me and Cadell, because I know we like to eat. And anytime I go get food, oh my God, I love me a baby who loves to eat. Anytime I go get food, I'll either get enough for me and him, or like I'll save some of what I have for him.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, especially if I don't have enough time to like stop and eat, eat there, I feel bad. Literally, I feel bad. Like, I don't want to go
empty-handed.
Literally.
Yeah, no, understand.
So like, I'll get there and I'm like, Cadell, you want these French fries? I got a whole box of fries for you. And he'll just be sitting on the floor eating his fries, just chilling. But yeah, I love me a good nail tech. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And they're so hard to find. And I'm like, if you ever leave me, I'm following you.
If I'm being honest, I think the ones that you find that work out of either their own home or their own suite, they're so much better than those traditional, not dogging any traditional nail shop, because I used to go to a traditional nail shop faithfully. Nail shop was immaculate, loved them, but I stopped going because it was getting expensive.
Yeah.
And not saying that my nail tech doesn't charge what she needs to charge, but it's less expensive than what I was originally paying. And
not only that, but I like the fact that the money goes straight to you. Mm-hmm. You don't have to pay booth fees, or like you're not doing this service and just working off a tip. Like I even said in one of my podcasts that she was on, like I don't feel like she charges what she should charge.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining because I like my prices. Mm-hmm. But like the way she snaps on her nail art and like the retention of how long you can keep your nails and they don't look like.
Yeah, like they're that. What?
Literally,
almost 4 weeks?
Yeah. On the 3rd, it'll be a month.
That's this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I could still go a couple more weeks.
You could.
But I'm just like, you don't charge enough, but don't charge me more because I like the price. But I'm just like, look, you really could be out here not taxing folks, but charging a lot more than what you charge, and that money goes straight to you. Yeah. And I love that because I don't even know how to explain it. Like the work that you put in, especially like in a shop, it just sucks that that's not the money you get to keep. Like whatever your client tips you is the money you keep, and then I don't know.
Is that how it works? Because I thought basically they paid the percentage of like rent, if you will. Like, oh, you want a desk at my shop, you're going to pay this much for the month.
I have no clue. No text. Chime in there. highlytalkative@gmail.com. How does that work? Like, I get how it works. Like, if you have your own suite, of course, you would pay like that monthly, but how does it work if you're in a nail shop? Like, let's say you're in a nail shop that has like 20 employees. How does that work?
Reminds me of the nail shop I used to go to, because so it was him, his wife, they would do everybody's nails. Mm-hmm. And then the family members, like her brother, his brother, her sister, and her dad would start the feet, but when it came down to like the acrylic portion of it and the polishing and stuff, wife or husband would do it. And there would be times like,
was it over there by the mall?
By Plato's Closet.
Okay, yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, and I would ask him, like, you don't want more employees? Like, y'all work so hard all the time. Like, y'all are here from open to close, and y'all are here sometimes past to 9 o'clock. And he's like, no. He never specified, but I always knew it had to do with the money. Mm-hmm. Because then they're not making as much husband and wife and off tips, too. So it's like all the money is mostly going to them, and then the tips that they help provide to the brother, sister, dad, mm-hmm. they share that, and they all live together under the same household, so it's not like they're really having to split much of the finances.
Yeah.
So, and it's not like brother, sister, dad have to make as much as them because they pay all the bills.
Yeah. So I'm really just like, I'm curious how does that work? Because I get my feet done at a separate place than where I get my nails done. So like where I get my feet done is at an actual nail salon. But it's like, in my head, I know for a fact when I pay for my feet, that money isn't going straight to you. Yeah. I don't know how the percentages or whatever of that works, but I know when I swipe my card, that money is going to the overall company. And however y'all break that down at the end of the day, that's between y'all. But in my head, you work off of tips unless you get paid hourly as well, like, $7.25 an hour or whatever. But
I doubt that.
I don't know.
Not in a nail shop. I usually always have cash though for a nail shop, like so I can give the tip directly to the person that helped me.
I usually just Apple Pay.
Because then you don't know if it's going directly to them. It might be going to the company.
Well, also when you tip on a card, they get taxed for that. Oh, I didn't know that. And it goes onto their actual check. So if you pay them in cash, they can't tax it, but they also get to keep the whole thing, and they get it right then and right there. Mm-hmm. So.
Would it be best to not give them cash then?
No, give cash, tip in cash, or like Cash App or Apple Pay, like something that goes directly to them, mm-hmm. so it doesn't go on their check and get taxed. Because if it goes on the check, like let's say you tip me $10, but you tipped it on the card, I don't get to see it that night. Like it's going to go on the total transaction, and then it goes into the breakdown of my check, and then of course all checks get tax. So that $10 tip is really like $7 and change.
Like, are we wanting them to get taxed or not get taxed?
Don't tax me on my fucking tip. Don't do that. Tip me in cash money.
But yes, self-care.
It's important.
Time, mental health time.
And then I'm going to just touch bases on my dogs running away real quick so we can, because I didn't realize how long this podcast is going to be. Shout out to this long ass podcast. And if you're listening to the entire thing, y'all are the bee's knees because thank you for the support. But my dogs, these motherfuckers have been running away for.
Where are they?
They're in the garage right now.
Okay.
Because it's like no matter what I do, I don't fucking know. They've ran away like 3 times this week. From the backyard. And each time it's somewhere different. Yeah. Digging up the damn logs that we put in one spot so they can still get out, or going behind another spot and digging up a hole there. And then they ran away yesterday. Okay. And it was just to the point where it was kind of giving me the blues. I didn't even make a Facebook post. I didn't reach out to anybody to see if they seen them. I was just like, you know what? I would hate to say fuck these dogs, but fuck it. Because at this point, I don't know what the fuck to do.
So who brought them back?
Somebody made a post on Facebook. Well, I guess they seen like a post that I had made a couple days ago when they had ran away. Mm-hmm. And then I guess they seen that on one of the pages and then messaged me and was like, I have one of your dogs, but the other one wouldn't let me get him. And ironically, as we were going to go pick up that dog, the other dog was back in the backyard.
Was it at least within the
Yeah. We literally walked right up the street to go get him. But I'm just like, okay. And then a few people mentioned, like, you know, why don't you just, because I don't have them on a collar. But they was like, you know, why don't you just put them on a leash and then just let them roam around like that? Well,
to be fair, it's your backyard. Like,
yeah,
they should be able to roam freely.
Yeah, true that. But I tried the whole leash thing. Okay. And I don't know if one of my dogs is the fucking Incredible Hulk or what. But I put them on the leash and this motherfucker snapped the goddamn leash. Like off of the...
Was it the fabric leash or the chain leash?
The fabric leash.
Maybe try the chain leash.
I don't know what to try at this point. Somebody else said line the backyard with cinder blocks. Which, I mean, sounds like a good idea because...
They can't move that.
I would hope not, but they was back there moving 3-4 logs at a time to get back under one of the already existing holes. So, I'm just like, y'all live a very luxurious life here, okay? Y'all get to roam around the house. Before I had her, y'all was on the couch. Like, are y'all jealous of her? I give y'all steaks left over dinners and shit. If you hate me, if y'all niggas is for the streets, for real, for the streets.
They just trying to find some bitches.
And that's what my sister said. My sister's like, maybe they just running away to get some nookie and coming back. Well, one of them comes back, the other one does not.
Maybe he has a child already out there.
Who knows? But
or children.
If you want to be for the streets, baby, just say that. Because y'all is wearing me out. And I'm not about to keep looking for y'all. And I got this 6-week-old babe.
At some point, we're giving up.
Please be so fucking for real. Okay? And then I hate to like leave them caged up. But I'm just like.
They're giving you no choice right now.
Literally. So I'm like, what do y'all want from me? What do you want from me?
They just want attention.
And I give it to them. But when y'all acting like that, I'm not going to give you no attention. Your ass is on lockdown, outside, cage. Only 2 options. Outside, cage. Outside, cage, and outside. Like, and like yesterday, I'm literally watching them in the backyard. They're looking at me, looking at them. They're not going to the fence. They're chilling. One of them is like laying down by the door. So I'm like, okay, let me go put Elle down real quick because she fell asleep, and then I'll come let them in. Girl, I go upstairs, I lay her down, I come back, and they're fucking gone.
They were waiting for the perfect escape. They said, now it's time.
Annoying. And literally, so at that point, I was just like, yeah, fuck this. Y'all for the streets. I'm not about to make not near another Facebook post because at this point, people are really going to be like, all right, bitch.
Is it you or the dog?
It's them. 100% them. Okay.
Because you know people like.
And I literally just fed them, gave them some ice cold water because it was hot. They ate, they drank their water, and they dipped. Okay. I was just like, I'm over y'all. Oh,
get it together.
Over it.
The boys need to get it. They're both boys, right?
Yes.
Boys, get it together.
Literally. Finally got another girl in the house because I was overran by wee-wees in here.
Literally
okay?
4.
And they all act just alike. The light-skinned one act just like the red one, and the black one act just like my chocolate drop.
Look, I'm like, wait, the light-skinned one.
Yeah. Okay, last 2 topics, and then we're gonna close it out because we got shit to do, and we've literally just been here chilling and being interrupted by the baby. Okay, so who you were before you became everything to everyone. We were kind of talking about this before,
Yeah.
God damn it, Yami.
I'm sorry. And to be fair, I know I'm going to go home and I'm not even going to be tired. I'm just going to lay down and be on TikTok.
Girl.
But yes, we were talking about it. I mentioned to you how I had just had a conversation with somebody. Or no, I saw a post on TikTok. As you can tell, I'll be on TikTok. TikTok just be having everything.
We love TikTok.
Literally.
That's how we came up with yesterday's dinner. TikTok.
What'd you make?
The soul bowls.
Oh, you did. But I saw on TikTok saying, like, do you miss who you were before you had children? Mind you, I'm like 8 years in, going on 9. And I was thinking to myself, like, who was I before my son? Like, I literally couldn't remember. Like, I knew what I was doing, and I knew it wasn't on the right path, and I also knew I was dealing with heavy depression. But as far as, like, me as an individual person, I did not know. I couldn't remember who I was, and I literally commented, like, I don't know if I should be sad or okay with it. But I was, like, internally, like, I didn't feel sadness. But I guess that's why I was like, I don't know if I should be sad that I don't remember, or I should be okay. Because I don't remember.
I can tell you now, if I did not have my oldest, I would probably be some type of bum or something. Because I always just depended on my mom to do stuff for me. And it wasn't until like I had him that I realized like I have somebody else depending on me now. And I can't always depend on my mom to do for me when,
Yeah.
So before I had him, like I didn't want to work. Like I just wanted to be out here having fun. I guess you could really say on my mom's dime. Like,
how old are you when you had him?
I think I had just turned 20, if I'm not mistaken.
You were still young.
Yeah.
20, you still want to be out. I remember being 20 and wanting to be out.
Yeah, but it was like after I had him, I was really like, okay, I really want to graduate from college. Like, I really want to get my associate's degree. I really want to get a job. Like, I really want to do what everybody thought I couldn't do because of like the lifestyle I was already living. So
prove the haters wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, till this day, I still do that. Like you doubt me, and you doubt me just a little bit, and watch me show you why you should shut the fuck up.
Period.
And I mean that in the most disrespectful way.
Because there's always people out there preying on downfalls, especially based on the lifestyles that
Let me tell you something. I remember my mom, I mean, this was just recently, but my mom had passed away. And I remember my dad telling me, like, don't ever tell anybody how much, like, you have, basically.
Yeah.
And I remember I was telling my best friend's mom at the time, like, this is what I have, and I'm really trying to be frugal with it because,
the inheritance. Right?
Yeah, like a certain, like, it just takes a couple big purchases, really, to do something, and then, like, it's really gone. And then I was going through some stuff with the house, and they were trying to put it in foreclosure because I had sent in a death certificate, and they wouldn't give me, like, any information on the house anymore. Like, wouldn't tell me how much was owed or anything like that. So I remember I had made a GoFundMe page, and you don't even know this because I never shared it. I think I was doing it more out of like a frustration or like a cry for help.
And that's crazy because that's when we were together more.
Yeah, like a frustration or like a cry. I don't know. But like I never shared it or anything. But I remember discussing with her, like my best friend's mom at the time, like what was going on. She had asked me, mind you, I didn't ask her for her input back or anything. She just asked me what was wrong. And I sent her the GoFundMe, and yeah. And then like the next day she was like, this just doesn't sit right with me. You're basically using your mom to try to have people pay for what you should have been doing. You were out here spending all your money on stuff and you weren't being smart with your money. And I'm like, first of all, that's just letting me know that y'all are pillow talking about me and y'all don't even know what you're talking about. Just because she's been around me when I've made like certain purchases, and rightfully so, I should be able to.
Yeah.
Like, but you didn't ask me anything. You just automatically assumed. And that just shows me how you really felt about me. And that's cool. That's fine. But that wasn't even the situation. And she was like, well, you had all this money and X, Y, Z. And I'm just like, I still have money. Don't get me wrong. But I'm also asking for help. And I should feel like it's okay to ask for help. I don't care how much money I have. If I'm asking for help, then
all the finance shouldn't be just put on you either.
But what's the problem with me asking for help, even if I have the money? I mean, even if I didn't, you just made an assumption. And then it just made me think about all the other times that they assumed stuff about me. And I was just like, yeah, like in my head, I still consider her like my best friend. That's still like my little sister, whatever. But the way y'all used to come at me about shit, and I'm just like, yeah. So now that I'm in the situation that I'm in, sometimes I think like, do you ever think like, oh my God, I was wrong? Or are you perfectly fine with being okay with what you thought you knew, but you really didn't? So it's just like,
I'm sure if they felt bad about it, they would have apologized by now.
I don't know. I blocked them.
I was going to say, and even if sometimes pride is bigger than admitting you're wrong.
But that's why I'm also very grateful for my support system, because even my dad knew the situation, and my dad was the one that ended up helping me out with my stepmom. And I was like, he was on phone calls with me, like even getting frustrated with me, like, no, that's not what y'all said, or y'all giving her the runaround, or why is it this hard, like X, Y, and Z. And I'm just like, thank you. Like, but it was like, you didn't even care to ask like what the situation was or why I did what I did. You just went straight to that.
That's why they say that saying, what is it? Assumption makes you an ass or something like that.
Assuming makes an ass out of you and me. But I'm like, I mean, it hurt then, but now I'm just like, it is what it is. Because once you show me what you really think or what you feel about me, I'm gonna just leave it there. Like, I even told her, sorry for even coming to you about what I thought I could talk to you about, because clearly I couldn't. She was like, you just wanted somebody to agree with you. No, that's not what it was about at all. Because clearly I'm hurting, but you're not taking that into consideration or whatever. But at the end of the day, like I said, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But as you can see, I'm getting a little teary-eyed because that shit made me mad.
Yeah.
For real. Like that shit made me mad, especially when you're like, oh, I'm gonna make sure I'm be there for you and the boys and this, that, and the third, but you really weren't.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Don't need it. I'm about to, but like again, shout out to the real support system, like those who really like never faltered when it came to no matter how much money I do or don't have. Like, shout out to them. Like Miss Georgie, A1. Like if I need help with registration, or if I'm just like, the boys are doing this fundraiser, she kind of reminds me of my mom. Like she jumped. My son's godmom. Okay. My oldest son's godmom. Like she jumps right on it. Like there is no
support system.
Literally, there's no questions asked.
I'm getting chills just you talking about it. Like support systems are amazing. And it goes to say, like, you have people that are in your corner regardless of your financial situation. Even if you have it, like at the end of the day, people still need help. It shouldn't matter how much money they have in their own bank account, because at the end of the day, the finances shouldn't just be held on them. Like their loved ones are there to help you. That's what we're here for. Like you asked for it, we got you.
Literally. And I'm just like, you didn't even, and even if it was so, like, in my head, I mean, I still could have proved to you, but it was like, at that time, I don't know why my dumb ass didn't apply for like financial aid, but in my head, I was like, you know what? I think I thought I would get more back on my income taxes with doing what I did, but my first year into like my bachelor's degree, I paid for that shit out of pocket.
Period.
And that's not cheap.
It's not. No, especially now. No.
And out of state tuition,
expensive
as fuck. Okay. So I was just like, yeah, you making this assumption based off of whatever you seen or heard or whatever. Like, you didn't even care to ask, like, why are you in the situation that you're in? Like, why are you asking for help? You went straight to attack mode or assumption mode because you thought you knew what you really don't. Because, hello, look at me now. Where am I still at?
Beautiful.
But thankful for my dad and, my stepmom who were okay with contributing to help me.
Yeah.
Like, because that's all I was asking for was help. Like, I didn't even expect them. I didn't expect my dad to pay the full thing, because if you know my dad, like, he's very frugal with his money. My money is my money. It is like him.
I know from what I see on like what you post, he seems like very humble and loving, old style.
I'm a daddy's girl through and through, but I also know my dad.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not gonna say I think it's just because I know him, but it's like my money is his money is his money. He worked hard for that money. He's not just gonna give it away.
Give it away, yeah.
Basically. But I think it's because, like, he knew I wasn't bullshitting. He's seen everything I had to go through in order to, which is why he was like okay with really helping me.
Yeah, and on top of, his grandbabies, he wants to make sure he's helping them too.
But she was basically saying, like, she didn't like the fact that I used the picture of my mom to kind of,
for people to sympathize.
I guess.
But that's not the case. Like, your mom, like
this is my mom's house. Like, this is literally the foundation of where I grew up. Like, she is like not the reasoning, but I don't know, if it wasn't for her. Yeah. But I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, it hurt for a little while, but like I said, after, like, it gave me time, I was just like, thanks for letting me know how you really see me. Yeah. And, all these conversations that her daughter and I used to have, like, it all makes sense now. Like, you really just assumed the worst out of me for whatever reason, but also like to play in my face that I'm your second daughter and you love me so much. But if that was the case, like,
and now look at you successful.
But I mean, everybody parents differently, so I guess, like, I just don't know. But yeah, so that, I guess, again, that kind of like factors into, who I was before I became everything to everyone, because I think that situation would have really broke me if I didn't have others depending on me. I think I would have fell into like a really big depression and would have just been like fuck it.
Have your kids,
but because I have my kids and I know they really depended on me, like, I think that made me fight even harder. Like, again, you made an assumption about me, but watch me prove your assumption wrong. Disrespectfully, and I mean that wholeheartedly. I don't care how you take it, like, because it takes nothing to really try to understand the situation that I'm in. But if that's no, you're good. But if that's your understanding of it, then so be it. I'm not here to change it.
And to be fair, you have nothing to prove to anybody that preys on your downfall. Like, they can just see it and learn from it and be like, move on.
Girl, I don't even care. Like, it is what it is. Yeah. And it ain't what it ain't.
I don't know what I would. Like I said, I know I was going through depression, and when I did find out about my son, I did a whole. We had this discussion prior to, like,
180, 360, 180, triangle, rectangle.
Like, my mom, I remember my mom would, as y'all know, my mom is like a big staple in my life, as Ashley knows too. Like, my mom was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I had went through some things growing up and in college that kind of like just made me spiral into my depression. Like, finally set in. Like, I needed to allow it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember texting my mom. Actually, I called her, but she didn't answer. She texted me. She was like, I'm on the phone with your aunt." And I was like, okay. And then I sent her this big message. I was like, I need to let her know. And I went to school 2.5 hours away from here, Prairie View, A&M. Yeah.
Mind you, that's a HBCU, and she's Mexican.
I'm Mexican and Salvadorian, but anywho.
Period.
I just knew that day I had to tell my mom, like, not what caused it, but what I was going through. I'm like, hey, I called you because I wanted to tell you this over the phone, but I'm just going to send you a text. And after I tell you, don't call me. Like, I can reassure you I'm not going to, like, kill myself. I just know that I'm going through something and I can feel it internally. And I had to explain it to her. Like, I just feel this emptiness in my chest and heaviness. And I remember I had these blackout curtains. And after I like dealt with depression and everything, I refuse to get blackout curtains. I'm terrified to get blackout curtains now because of it. I'm scared it's going to like take me back. But she tried calling me after, and I was like, I texted her, I said, I told you not to call me. Like, I'm good. I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm just letting you know what I'm dealing with. And my mom, love her, I'm going to get emotional. My mom called the therapy place there on campus. Sorry.
Take your time.
And she set me up appointments. Like, in a Hispanic household, it's very hard to believe like depression is a thing.
Girl, Black people too, because they don't want people in their business.
They're like, that's not a thing. Like, you're depressed, go clean. You're depressed, go do this. Like, I'm referring to like my aunts and uncles and my mom's family. I'm pretty sure that's how they would handle it. I even have cousins that are like a little bit older than me that believe that. Like, oh, that's not a thing. Like, go clean. Like, but my mom like instantly took my word for it. My mom called the therapy place there on campus, set me up an appointment. She sent me a text, hey, you have an appointment this day, go. And I didn't fight her on it. Like, I just did it because I was like, if she says I need it, like, I need it. And I went and they like diagnosed me with like depression and a bunch of other shit. But I did start going to therapy after because it was end of the school year. I had to come back here. And then my mom, again, took the initiative and she set me up appointments here. Mind you, I was like 20, 21. And I think I was 21 because then I found out I was pregnant with my son. And that's when, like, instantly put a fire up my ass. And I was like, I can't afford to be depressed. Like, this isn't the thing. I need to get my shit together. I wasn't working, mind you. She had told me to quit my job when I came back. So I started working and I got a job again. And I was like, okay, I need to save. I need to have money. Like, but yeah, having my son, like, I don't know if I didn't have him, who knows, it maybe would have led to a point where I wanted to kill myself. But because of him, he's the reason I'm still here today. I love my fucking child to death.
Shout out to the kids, boy. Because, I mean, same. Like, yeah. Once I had him, it was just like a whole, I don't know.
There's no words for it.
Literally, like, it was just like, I gotta make something of myself.
It's like a switch.
Literally.
Like, and the switch was off and then something just
and you know, I'm always saying, like, I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason.
Oh, me too.
So I think that was like the universe telling me, like, okay, I'm gonna put this shout here and watch how you work. Like,
oh yeah,
watch how the things that you thought that you wouldn't be able to do, or the things that you thought you didn't want to do, watch how they become like a motivation for you to do or want or desire and stuff like that. Like, even now, like, every time I apply for a job, I always ask for more income. I don't want to stay stagnant. So if I started off at, like, let's say 5 years ago I was at 35, the next time I'm applying for a job, I'm asking for 40, 45, and then 45, 50, or 55, 60. Like, I want to see how much income I can ask for with the skills that I have before, like, I'm really like, okay, you know what? This is the one. Yeah. Like, you know? So I think who I was before I became everything to everyone, for lack of terms, is worse than what I am now. I'm thankful for where I am now.
Not worse. It's you're better now than who you were before.
Okay, yeah, I guess you could say that. Good way of putting it. Clock that T.
Yeah.
Period. But yeah, so yeah. And then I think, like, one of the questions within that is, like, do we ever really fully get back the version of ourselves that we were before? And to an extent, I think yes, because, like, I'm still like that outgoing, fun, like,
oh yeah,
I'm still that person, but I also have a better understanding now of, like, the true meaning of life and what it means to live, and really having somebody depend on you, but not it being a burden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I thrive in the environment to make sure that I'm providing for my kids and giving them not only their needs, but their wants too.
Oh yeah.
Like, I love being able to do that. So, yeah. I mean,
I feel like who we are now is the better version of us of who we were when we were younger.
Facts.
It probably doesn't even matter who we were before, because who we are now is a flower that just keeps growing.
Literally, because if my son were to ask me, like, what were you doing before you had me? Like, baby, I ain't gonna say I was for the streets because I wasn't really out there like that, but I had like zero motivation to want to be better, honestly. Like, I was just out here living. And that kind of goes into like the you're not unmotivated, you're overstimulated type thing. Like, because, whoo. But I don't know. Even then, I can't say I was overstimulated before I had kids because
then no,
there wasn't anything to.
I feel like we didn't know what overstimulation was before our kids.
I think the term was just like, this is too much.
Yeah, it literally like, I need a break.
I can't process this right now.
but now,
overstimulation is definitely a thing. Like, I even tell my kids, like, sometimes when I feel like that, I'm just like, look, I'm really overstimulated right now. I don't need you to talk to me. I don't need you to look at me. I don't need you to ask me anything. Like,
don't
just
touch me.
Literally, just give me a second. I'll come to you. I get it. Like, you got questions or you want to know if I'm okay. But right now, like, let me just decompress. Like, let me really calm down and get my head together. And then I promise you, when I come back in 10, 15 minutes,
I'm better.
I'm going to be like a whole, let's just give me a second.
There was this moment, I don't know what was going on in this moment, but I remember I was taking my son somewhere. I was going through a lot, and there was like a lineup of events all in within like an hour, 2 hours tops. I was getting really overstimulated, and it got to the point where I was like telling my son that I was like, oh, let me take you to the park. But then I saw there was like a lot of people and a lot of kids, and then I was like, can we not go today? And he was like, no, I really want to go. And I was like, okay. And then I just broke down crying in the car. And he was with me. And he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I'm just feeling really overstimulated. Like, I just need a moment. And he was like, okay, mommy. Like, he was being so understanding. And I'm just like, it's not even your problem to deal with, but you understand. And I appreciate it. It's like, can we please just go to the park another day? And
it's
like,
so crazy. Yeah. How young they are, how much they really understand it.
He was like,
because both of my kids are the same. Like, both of them are the same way. Like, I don't know what it is about my oldest, but it's like he can sense it before I even say anything. Mm-hmm. Like, I could be, I don't know if it's like, I don't know, but it can be like I had the most shittiest day and they're not even home, but like I had a shitty day or whatever, and he'll come home and he'll just be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah, why are you asking me that? He was just like, I'm just asking, like, are you okay? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine. But then once he leaves the room, I'm really like, damn, is it that noticeable? Or like, can he just tell or what? Like, what?
To be fair, he's older and probably a little bit more emotionally intelligent.
He's a very emotional kid in general. Like, his emotional awareness, I even tell my therapist this, his emotional awareness is off the chain. I'll say when it comes to me. No, I think like when it comes to his little brother too, like, you know, but my youngest son, he will, I'll have to explain it to him, and not even in depth, but I'll just be like, look, I know I said I was going to take you to the park or whatever, but I'm just not feeling it right now. Is it okay if we stay home and watch a movie? He's like, yeah, that's cool. Mm-hmm. He's like, I just want you to feel better. And I'm just like,
applause to the kids for understanding.
Thanks. Literally.
And I know, like, my son, if I sigh a lot, he'll look at me and, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, why? And he goes, because you keep sighing. And I'm like, I just have a lot in my brain. Like, it's not really for you to have on your shoulders. Like, I'll be okay. He's like, do you need a hug? And I'm like, yeah. And I don't know what it is. Maybe you feel it too, but when your kids just hug you, you feel like something just releasing your body.
Yeah, the Pitocin.
I didn't know the word for it.
It's like that. And it may not even be Pitocin, but it's like that, like.
It's a chemical thing. It's a chemical reaction within the body. Mm-hmm. And when he hugs me, and he hugs me for a long time, because right now he's 8 years old and he doesn't want to hug me for longer than a split second. But when he does have that moment where he does want to hug me, and it just like, Like, it just feels so nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
No,
I wish
literally.
you'd do it more.
My oldest is like that, and I was talking to my therapist, and I need to start back working on this because I've noticed that I've been doing it again. But like, he'll just randomly come and give me a hug.
What do you want?
Say again, because what do you want? What do you want?
I instantly knew where that was going.
What do you want? And she was basically just like, allow him to come to you because you don't want that feeling to feel like it's transactional. Like, if he's coming to you out of a place of love, let him come to you out of a place of love and not like instantly thinking that he wants something. Allow him to ask if he wants something. So that's just something that, again, I've kind of been working on. And it may not just be like a him type of thing. It also might be a me type of thing. Because, like,
we used to do it as kids with our parents.
Literally.
Clean the house and, can I go somewhere? Or did you clean? Yes, I did. The whole house.
Dead ass. So that's just something I'm working on. And, trying to learn how to regain that control over that portion. Or like when I feel like overstimulated, which, like, we said, just give me a minute. Like, let me decompress and take everything in and then figure out where I want to go from there. But yeah, you're not unmotivated. You're just slightly overstimulated. And we just got to figure out like what is causing that overstimulation to assist with overcoming it and better redirecting it. Because, sometimes when you're overstimulated, you tend to take that emotion out on other people. So I think that's when, like, that it's really good to be able to like decompress. And like I said, really realize where that overstimulation is coming from so you can better redirect, refocus, and reset.
I know I have that problem where I'm overstimulated, and I do take it out on my son. And my overstimulation turns into yelling, and I yell a lot. And I know I'm yelling a lot because I hear Cynthia in the background sighing a lot. And my mom does really well with not stepping in when it comes to me, but being that way. But I do sometimes catch myself and I start to like talk in a normal voice. And I'm like, okay, why? I've told you this a million times. Why haven't you done it? And then, can I have a hug? No,
I don't want to touch you right now.
Need to do, and then we can discuss the hug.
Literally what I told my oldest today. Like, bro, don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me nothing until you do what I asked you to do. And then after you do that, like, we can revisit whatever we're trying to do. But right now, I need you to help me help you help us.
But to be fair, I think in those moments too, like, it shouldn't be about us. If they're asking for a hug, yeah, maybe it may be to avoid doing what it is that they need to do. But to give them that unlimited amount of hugs whenever they ask for it is probably doing something for them too.
Probably.
Even though we're just like, no, go do what I asked you to do. Let's just take
before I beat your ass.
No, really. Because I was really about to pull that belt out on Mr. Brownie today and beat his butt. Because I'm like, I've asked you like 12 times. No, you only asked me twice. And I'm like looking at him sideways. And he's like, okay, maybe 4 times.
Girl, me as the fuck. But sometimes I need it. Like, okay, stop playing with me because I feel like you're taking my kindness for weakness right now, and I'm gonna have to show you that I'm not playing with you.
No, really.
But then majority of the time, I'm really just like, all right, y'all, look, I'm really not trying to yell at you. I'm really not trying to make you feel bad. But right now, your actions are making me feel bad. So
help me help you.
What are we gonna do to fix this? Like, all I'm asking you to do are these 4 simple steps, and all you have to do is do it, and then you can ask me for what you want or what you want to do or whatever, but don't ask me nothing until you do what I've already asked you to do. Anything else beyond, between, after is irrelevant for me.
Yep.
Honestly.
I agree.
But, we're all a work in progress, and
we need to find what helps us with the overstimulation, and literally. Because Lord knows we go through it.
Absolutely. But, I mean, shout out to us.
I know, right? We do it every day.
Every day. And like I always say, shout out to the single mom, shout out to the single dad, shout out to the two household parents. Like,
the co-parentings.
It's not easy. And no one's situation, I don't feel like it's easy. It's all about how you navigate it, honestly. And if you ask me, I feel like I'm doing a pretty goddamn good job. But that's just if you ask me. If you ask anybody else, I don't know how they would tell you what it is about me. But I know for me, I'm doing a damn good job. I'm doing the best.
Agree.
Say it again.
I agree.
Thank you. But, is there room for improvement? Always. But I could be doing
criticism, if you will.
Oh my God, my mom used to tell me all the time, you need to learn how to take constructive criticism. When I used to think she was getting on to me. And to be fair, love you, Mom. Sometimes she was on my ass. She was on my ass.
I feel like it's so different coming from our parents, though, because they're our parents. But if you hear it from somebody else, you take it differently.
To an extent, I think it's all about the delivery.
Agreed. That definitely.
I think it's really all about the delivery. Like, for example, my oldest can probably tell you, like, yeah, my mom has told me that, but it didn't really stick until she told it to me in like a harsh way. And then I started hearing it from other people, I guess you could say. Because, like, I will never call my son fat. I don't like to fat shame. I used to hate when my grandfather used to call me fat or insinuate the fact that I was fat. But like, I was trying to tell him, like, you're not in football anymore. You haven't been in sports since November. You say you want to do football or track or whatever, but you're just playing your game, sitting around the house, eating snacks and not doing anything. Work out at home.
Yeah.
Do some footwork at home. Like, you have cones, you have all this stuff, you have your cleats, you have weights. Like, you can do something at home, but you have to show me that initiative. Like, it's not just going to come to you. And in his head, it's like, oh my God, my mom's calling me fat, but I'm really not. Like, I'm really just
stay in shape.
Literally just stay in shape. Like,
you train for that many years, you're already in shape. Just continue to.
And it's a lot harder to get back in shape than it is to lose being in shape. So it's like, I can only tell you so much. And,
shit, girl, Mexican households, my nickname is Gordita, so
I love me a gordito. Okay.
And I am a big girl, and I own it. It is what it is. Always been a big girl. Will forever be a big girl. But yeah, definitely in the Mexican household, you got gordita, gorda. Like, my mom even still calls me that. Even if you're skinny, like, they call you flaca, flaquita. Like, you get called what you are, and it is what it is.
But yeah, I'm just like. Because I remember, like, my mom never did it. I don't think my dad ever really did it either. But, like, my granddad, I remember one time I was telling them how, like, I wanted to be a cheerleader. And I went to go sit on his lap. And he was like, you think you can be a cheerleader and you weigh that? Or you want to do flips? And I was just like, oh, you... Wow. Just hurt my feelings, huh? And then it was like I always had friends who were smaller than me.
Yeah.
So it was just like...
You were a big girl when you were younger?
Looking back at it, no. Like, I don't think I was ever really big, but I was like...
Thicker than a Snicker?
I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, because I even look back on, like, old track pictures, like when I was running for like a track team, and at that time, like, I thought I was fat.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to wear a one piece but I look back on it and I was like, damn, girl, you was thick.
When I look at back when I used to get
like,
called fat a lot growing up, I look at my pictures now and I'm like, shit, I wasn't even fat. Like, I was, like, I had a booty, but it wasn't like,
I ain't never had no ass.
But I was built nice. I was portioned nice. I'm working my way back to that size, but I'm like, people used to call me fat and like fat shame me and bullying and all that. And I'm just like, bitch, I was cute.
Bitch, you still is cute.
And that's why I still own that shit now. I don't care if I'm plus size. I will own that shit to the day I die.
But yeah, so yeah, how did we get on that
I have no idea. We've been drifting off subjects so bad.
Y'all are welcome. You're so welcome. But shout out to everybody who sat here and listened to this, what I feel like was a 2-hour long podcast. Appreciate y'all. Okay. I know my podcasts are usually like 30 to 45 minutes long.
Oh, damn. My bad.
No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Because I listen to the Breakfast Club and them niggas be like 2 hours long and I be sitting there listening. Do you hear me? And I think that's really what it's all about. Like I said, I like my podcast to be as authentic as possible. Like, you know, I don't want to sugarcoat who I am or what I'm talking about for anybody, because at the end of the day, like, I want it to attract the right audience. Like the audience that's for me, not the audience that I have to work to keep. Like, you're here because you authentically like what I authentically give.
Unplanned conversations that just happen and then drift into
and a whole bunch of ADHD. A whole bunch of that. But as always, y'all know, if you guys want to provide any feedback, conversations, next topics, or anything, you guys can email me at highlytalkative@gmail.com. I'm available on all major streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. You can listen to me on YouTube as well at Highly Talkative, and you can go to rss.com and search Highly Talkative and listen to me on whatever streaming podcast you choose. And then on top of that, I am on Instagram at highly.talkative, also on Facebook at Highly Talkative, and starting to come up with a Snapchat. But not only that, y'all, I've also come up with another business, Keep It Stashy, okay? And that's for all business purposes, organization, admin, a little bit of HR. If you're interested in that, look up Keep It Stashy on the Facebook, look up Keep It Stashy on the Instagram. There are ways to get in contact with me. You can email me, DM me. And as always, have a great week. Have a great day. Don't let nobody piss in your Cheerios. And as always, it's love, guys. And I will talk to y'all next week.